The Lady with the Pet Dog by Joyce Carol Oates follows the main character Anna as she reflects on her affair and her marriage. The story proceeds in a nonlinear fashion, allowing the reader to better understand Anna's unfiltered inner thoughts. Oates' short story is saturated with recurring symbols and metaphors, potent diction, varying perspectives, and juxtaposition. The themes of free will, loneliness, shame, and patriarchal values are explored throughout the story, highlighted by Oates' extensive use of literary devices. Constant use of words such as silence, impersonality, nothing, strangers, imprecise, and others with similar connotations convey the deep emptiness that Anna faces. Despite the profound nature of infidelity, Anna's affair is just a weak attempt to satisfy her longing for a genuine human connection. When Anna is at home, she feels trapped, and as she states when her lover asks if she is unhappy at her home, "I'm not unhappy back there. I'm nothing. There's nothing to me." Furthering this point, Oates writes, "Her spirit detached itself from her and drifted about the rooms of the large house she lived in with her husband, a shadow woman, delicate and imprecise. There was no boundary to her, no edge." The large house and its empty rooms symbolize the lack of fulfillment that Anna feels. Anna's relationships with her husband no longer serves any purpose to her, so she clings to her affair for any ounce of realness that she can extract from it. Anna is trapped in 2 relationships with men. Their actions are repeatedly described as bitter, aggressive, and impatient. In one line, Anna likens her lover's interest in her to a force that fell upon her like a repeated blow. She also remarks that he was not worth her love. Anna has an underlying disdain for men, which is accentuated by the fact that both relationships are physically, mentally, and emotionally draining. Throughout the text, there are multiple instances in which Anna inflicts self-harm. Oates includes this physicality in order to remind the reader that Anna's affair is a form of emotional and mental self-harm. Anna does not regret her choice to have an affair, but still struggles immensely with the guilt that accompanies it. After Anna initially sleeps with the man she meets in Nantucket, Oates writes, "Her insides heavy with shame, the very back of her eyelids coated with shame." These lines advance the notion that Anna is feeling shame so intensely that it manifests physically. The weight of shame that Anna feels throughout the story forces her into further feelings of isolation. Anna continually wrestles with believing she is trapped in situations and believing that she is free to carry out her own will. For example, when she sees the man on the beach, she believes, as Oates writes, to talk to him or not to talk, she had the freedom of that choice. However, when the man drives Anna to Albany, Oates writes, and she felt that she loved him, that everything in her life had forced her to this moment and that she had no choice about it. This juxtaposition reveals another layer of Anna's identity crisis. She questions her own autonomy because she has compromised her moral values. She makes a decision on this matter when she embraces her lover as her true husband. She chooses to believe in the idea of predetermination because it is most convenient. It allows her to blame her unfaithfulness on some undefined entity. Anna is overwhelmed by shame, guilt, loneliness, and a feeling of emptiness, and chooses not to confront those feelings, but rather suppress them.